Okay, the elephant in the room that I haven't addressed yet, and I fully intended to, with this style of play is the final inning of play. Let's say we've decided we're playing a 5-inning game, a 5-batter baseball. And let's say I am the coach of the visiting team. Let's say I'm a player for the visiting team to make this example easier. And I am my team's 5th batter in the top of the 5th. Okay, let's say nobody's on base. And let's say I hit a Texas leaguer just over the second baseman's head, lands in front of the center fielder and right fielder as they come in for the ball. Okay? You're thinking, well, you're the last batter. They didn't catch the ball in the air. You're not out. You might as well try taking extra bases until you get home, potentially, because nobody's batting after you. There's no innings after this one. Fair point. Fair point, and that has to be addressed. So you have two options in this scenario. Option A is my least preferred of the two, but I want to put it out there anyway. It might be more appealing for you purists. So, option A is the umpire watches the play unfold. Ball lands in front of the right fielder, center fielder, both of them, whichever. They pick it up clean on one hop, and they get it right into the shortstop, who's covering second base. And I've just made to first base at that time, by the time the ball's getting to second base. And responsible traditional baseball, I am going to be held up at first base. Next batter comes up and tries to advance me, right? In this game, obviously, I'm the 5th batter. Like I said, that's not the scenario here. So we can either do option A, which is the umpire sees this play develop, sees it play out, ball gets to second base while I'm just hitting first. They can do an umpire's discretionary call timeout, and say stop the play and say runner stays at first. That's a single. Ball was unsuccessfully at second base. There was no legitimate chance of taking that base. Game over. Kind of a boring way to end a game, right? I hit a lazy single, and I'm stuck at first base. No chance to score. No out was even made on me. All right? That kind of sucks, in my opinion. But I think it's a viable option. Because you've got to do something, okay, right? The other option, which is probably what you'd expect to happen in this sort of format, same scenario. I'm up to bat. I hit this little lazy flare out to right field, and it drops in for a single. What should be a single? Well, I know no one's coming up after me. I know I can't return to base the next inning because there is no next inning. So I'm pushing for second. I'm turning the corner knowing that ball's dropping. They're firing it in from the outfield to second. Now, I'm not going to run straight into the tag. I'm going to get in a pickle. Right? I'm not going to run straight into the tag. That's dumb. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get in a pickle. A rundown. Guess what? That's part of baseball. I've watched a bunch of Brewers games this year, and I have seen several rundowns. I've probably seen one out of every 4 or 5 games I watch. I don't watch much baseball outside of them, but I guarantee even at that professional level, every single day in baseball at the MLB level, somebody's getting in a rundown somewhere in some situation. So it is very much part of the game. It's very much something worth practicing because you see it even at the highest levels. So that's what we do here. We let me try to take an extra base, or 2 or 3 in this case, potentially depending what happens with the rundowns, and we just work the rundowns. If I get caught in the rundown between second and first, tag gets put on me, I'm out, game over, okay? If I can somehow get out of the pickle, if they make a bad throw and it ends up going out towards second, way past second, out towards somewhere between left and right field, or left and center field, maybe I score. So be it, okay? That's part of baseball. Those sorts of errors, those sorts of throwing errors and extra bases, that's all part of the game. At all the levels, obviously more errors happen at the lower levels, part of the game. So that's what I would do is I would just allow those runners to try to take the extra bases that they wouldn't normally try to take, get in the rundowns, and it's an opportunity to practice a skill. Because again, development here is what is in mind with this whole idea of 5-batter baseball. I'm going to stop one more time and resume one more time and kind of cap things off, and that's about it.